Do you feel it? Do you feel the spring breeze rushing through your windows? I certainly do, and the experience is glorious. Anyway, hello world, this is Mirai no Densetsu, and I am back again with another Minecraft video, and in case you were wondering about the long break, I didn't really know what to do with this series. Well, I should rephrase that. I didn't really feel like I could make another video, but I've been playing through this world, and I have been making quite some progress, and as you can see, I got a full suit of diamond armor, though some of it, the helmet and chest plate are actually the first set you saw, but then I made a new set of an extra helmet and extra pants and extra boots because I wasn't quite happy with the enchantments that I got. And let's see, yeah, this is the pants that I got, then the boots, and then the extra helmet. The main thing I wanted on this armor actually is blast protection, and I got it on my pants, and I got fire protection on my boots, and I got protection on my helmet, so I should be good for overall enchantment. So yeah, that's good. Let's see what else I did. Oh yeah, and I was mining for diamonds. Yeah, I was mining for diamonds, and my pick was starting to go down, and then I enchanted another pick, and then I got Silk Touch in it, so our efficiency on a breaking pick has gotten an upgrade to Silk Touch, finally. So down here at the cave spider farm, you might notice, I gotta remove this block, you may notice these two chests here. Well, first of all, you may have also noticed this thing here. When I was AFKing here, I would place blocks all around myself so that I would be protected, like, you know, like this. And then when I got done AFKing, I would just simply chop the tree. I would just simply mine those blocks and then do your usual business here. Well, I decided that was kind of getting kind of tiring for a while, so I decided to install this instead. It's a piston system that basically pushes the blocks here for me, so that I don't have to place them and mine them every time I AFK here. So when I flick off the lever, I can do my usual business there. And also, let's see, I was enchanting some books here because I really wanted something like Respiration or Feather Falling to put on my helmet or my boots, and I just wasn't getting it. And eventually, yeah, I got another book here. I eventually started to make some bows so I could enchant these while I was basically planning to do some enchantment shopping, as you could say, where I would place a book here and then maybe a bow here and see what enchantment I would get, and then do one or the other if it's what I want. Well, I actually made a lot more bows than this. The other bows I made, I decided to craft them into a bunch of dispensers instead, so that I have them. And yeah, I was AFKing here at the string farm, and you may notice the white wool here. Well, I was making some of it into white wool here, and yeah, I got quite the surplus of them right now. So I guess I'll simply do that to get the experience while I'm here. And yeah, part of it is because I've actually been using my looting sword, and yeah, I've also upgraded this to looting and sweeping aid, so I got those enchantments there. And anything else? Oh yeah, I was fishing for quite a while, which you may see in a little bit. So back at my base of operations, you might notice something in my materials chest, specifically these blocks of coal. And I decided that, you know what, since I already mined some coal because I had to, I might as well just go around and mine up some coal because I can. And I am not, just to clarify, I am not planning to use this coal for smelting purposes or to make torches and stuff like that. I decided that I might use this for either building with the blocks of coal or trading them with villagers instead. So yeah, I'm going to use the charcoal instead for all my normal coal needs, if you can say it, and I might as well put some stuff here. And yeah, with my luckily see, I got 2 bows. One of them has mending on it, and I was like, at first I was like, sweet, but then I realized I would rather have an infinity, because then I could have only 1 arrow in there, and I can make bows really easily. So mending is kind of worthless on a bow, I feel. And yeah, other things. Yeah, I got some more fish out of the fishing thing, and I got 2 extra name tags, I think, and I got lily pad, and another thing, I was also, pardon me, I also got extra music discs. So funny story, one night when I was fishing, it was actually raining outside, so I decided to keep fishing and exploit the extra. Basically, when it's raining outside, you have a much more likelihood of getting fish every time you fish like this. So basically, they appear more often when it's raining outside. And during this nighttime, I was fishing, and then I got these mobs, saw these mobs everywhere, and then right here or something, I heard a screech, a familiar screech, yet one that I've never heard seen, one that I've never heard before in this world. And if we can rush back to our humble abode here, and I can show you what this is. Yeah, you might notice something a little special in here. Yep, I got a visit from the Phantoms, and I was surprised to see that they took 1 heart away from me with each attack, even though I had mostly diamond armor on. But yeah, I was able to kill them, and I got 6 Phantom Membranes, so that would be useful for when I eventually do slow falling potions, or maybe, I don't know what other use I have for them. And yeah, and while I saw those mobs out there, I decided, hey, wouldn't it be a good... Actually, wait. While I was planning to hunt the Phantoms the next day, I thought, hey, Hey, there is a lot of creepers and a lot of skeletons out here. I figured, why not try to get some more music discs? And trying to get some music discs while there are phantoms hunting you, not the brightest of ideas. In fact, I got knocked down to all the way to 1 heart, and I just barely survived that night when I decided to do that foolish thing. And yeah, this is the area where I decided to do the creeper skeleton record machine thing. Yeah, and what else? What else? Oh yeah, and as I mentioned with the dispensers, I decided to make an extra bit of dispensers, and don't tell anyone, but while I was trying to create sticks for making the bows, I accidentally made 48 dark oak buttons. Yeah, not my proudest of moments, but hey, I promise you, I will find a use for these 48 buttons. Mark my words. Before this series is over, I will find a use for all 48 of these dark oak buttons. And yeah, I decided to make some more repeaters and comparators too while I was at it. But why do I have nether quartz in here? That belongs in here. I think that just about summarizes what I've done off camera, but what do I want to do today? Well, you ask. Well, as I was doing that phantom thing that night with all the mobs and such, and I was running low on food, and I noticed I haven't bred the cow. I think I actually did breed the cows before, but I decided I wanted to breed the cows again, and I noticed I was running a little low on wheat. So I actually had to pull some wheat out of here, out of this area for the, harvest the wheat over there so I can breed the cows up and then kill them, kill some other cows for their steak. And I sort of realized something. I removed the wheat and sugarcane farms, and I really need to get those up again. So I decided I think I'll go underground this time for our expedition for. I decided now is finally the time to build those farms that I promised. In this episode, I will be building pretty much every farm imaginable. Well, let me rephrase that. I am going to build a farm for wheat, potatoes, and carrots. I will be building a sugarcane farm. I will be building a melon pumpkin farm, and I will also be relocating all the cows and all the sheep underground. And it's going to be one big epic episode, which I really need to be doing, which I really feel like will make up for the drought of this series. So what I think I want to do is I want to go down here first of all. Let's see, maybe let's go down here. I think would be good, and I think I'll be building a basic area, and I'll meet you back in a bit. Okay, so after quite a bit of digging, I figured this would be the general area that I want for the farm, and you may notice that we are actually 10 blocks lower than we started. That is because I want to place the sheep down here at this level, so I don't hear them while I'm upstairs. And speaking of the sheep, I figured that we would have 15 colors of sheep here. That we would have 15 colors of sheep here. There we go. 5 on each of these 3 sides. The only color that I'm excluding is the white variety because I have the cave spreader farm, and I can make double chests worth of that stuff from string alone. So I won't be needing that. And I was originally planning to have the wheat carrot potato farm right here in the center, and maybe something else over here. But then I decided I'm going to need cactus for dyeing the sheep green, and I might as well just make a cactus farm here. And I might as well make a cactus farm if I'm really going to need it. So I figured I would place the cactus farm here in the middle instead, and then maybe on the side here I'll have the wheat carrot potato farm, and on the other opposite side here I'll install a nether wart farm. That works. And I think I'll dig this down maybe about 10 more blocks is my guess, and I'll meet you back again. Okay, so updates on the digging project. Obviously, I dug down this entire area 10 blocks, and my silk touch pick was getting low, so instead of just repairing it, I decided to make a new pick entirely with just unbreaking and efficiency 5. The reason being that I was getting all this stone, and I realized I would rather have cobblestone. I would rather have cobblestone because that's more versatile as a building block and a crafting resource than stone, which you can't really make too much out of. So yeah, I'm gonna dig the rest of this out using just this unbreaking and efficiency pick. And the ultimate plan for this is I'm going to have water streams down here that'll carry the items that fall down here from the cactus farm, and I'm also planning kelp farm and sugarcane farm over in these areas, and the water streams are going to carry the items up through here. You might recognize this in this cave. Actually, this is the cave that I dug. This is the cave with all the lava in it. The one that I dug out to get to that one cave that I couldn't find. And this is actually the original path that I dug to get to the mine shaft below. And it just so happens that it's actually dug this right in line with the mine shaft, which is kind of funny. And anyway, I'm gonna dig out this area, and the water streams are gonna carry the items up through here, I think. And I'm planning that I might actually dig out the above area after all, where I was originally planning to dig this out. I think it might actually have the storage system and, you know, the sorter and the item sorters up here instead, which might be interesting. And I might have a few more farms up in there. Maybe the pumpkin and melon farm that I teased so much about. And speaking of other farms, this is where I'm planning to put the cactus for the cactus farm. Except I'm going to plan this to be one block lower. And I originally wanted the cactus farm out there, and then cow breeders out here that I would be able to breed the cows with, and then the babies would just fall down here and into the water stream, and they would be sorted out into they would be sorted out into a system up here where they would go on a path separate from the items, which would probably be sorted down there instead of up there, and then I would be able to massacre the cows for their steak and leather. Yeah, steak and leather with the looting sword. But I realized, but after some testing in the creative world, that that stuff, you know, the old cow breeder where you would have the baby cows fall into an area, not really that possible anymore, especially in a 1x1 area. So I decided not to do that, and instead I might just simply, you know, have the traditional entity cramming cow farms up there in the sorting this system. Actually, there we go. That might be an idea. That's actually an idea that I just thought of. Wow. And another thing, the stone brick slabs, these are temporary. I'm going to replace this with glass instead, and I'm also going to have glass around here on the cactus farm instead. And let's see here. Oh yeah, and in case you were wondering, I was actually tired of not having thoughts in my head, I was tired of not having thoughts in my head and not having them be able to come to me. So I decided that would actually have some notes here, so that would have what I want to say. So yeah, behind here, I think in both of these areas actually I'll have a farm for wheat, carrots, and potatoes. I decided that whenever I would make a nether wart farm, that I would always have a surplus of nether wart, no matter how small the farm is. So I'm probably not going to be doing that here. Maybe up there instead. And I think that's it. So I guess I'll continue digging this out. Actually, I can dig this area out right here, so to give you an idea of how big I want the sheep pen to be. So I think I'm going to have a fence here, and yeah, I actually found some dirt here, making this process really easy. Yeah, because I got an efficiency 5 shovel, and yeah, and this digging out this extra bit might also be useful for when I eventually make the minecarts track to transport the sheep and cows into these pens. So yeah, I'm planning for a fence right here, and then probably a 3x3 area. Yeah, it's definitely a 3 wide area, because then this one would also be the fence here. I would have the fence here to separate this one from the other one. And actually, wait a minute. I just realized I wouldn't really give the sheep a lot of room. Then again, I might not have much more than 2 sheep in each one, so we'll have to see how that turns out. But yeah, this is basically what I want to do with it. And as I said before, I'll have the 5 on the 3 sides. And yeah, I think that's all that I want to say for now, so I'll continue digging this out, and I'll meet you later. Let me tell you, this you're seeing all around you was a lot of work. And I realized, even immediately after I recorded that bit where I was saying, oh, I'm going to put every farm in here, I sort of realized that maybe a few minutes after that, I sort of realized that wasn't exactly going to be feasible. But even today with this work that I've gone through, yeah. So to summarize it, I've got the sheep areas here. I put all the grass in. It grew much faster than I expected, actually, and I'm planning to have this, the carpet here, so we can jump over the fence like this, and which also meant that I needed to take this out because fences are 1.5 blocks tall, and if you have a 2 block, even if you have a 2 block space above it, you're not going to fit through. So you need 2.5 blocks or 3 blocks that I have here. And yeah, I also got the water streams in here. I'm planning. Yeah, I got these half slabs here. I'm planning to eventually put kelp farms down below these slabs. So when the pistons, it's gonna be the design where it's a cactus based system where the cactus drops. The cactus drops determine the cactus drops determine when the pistons fire and the kelp gets harvested. Then I'm gonna have the kelp float up through here and then shoot out in this water stream, which also goes through here. And another thing that I really hate about this 1.13 update is that you can't sprint well in water anymore. That is really bad. And anyway, I have this water stream going through here. It goes up here, and then for now it just ends here. But eventually I'll put in a sorter system to sort everything out. And you may notice that I've actually connected up the water elevators here to the system. So yeah, so now from the mine shaft water columns, we can actually get to the farm and the area above the farm. And speaking of farms, I've finally put in an actual farm that's working. And I've got wheat, carrots, and potatoes, and I've got repeat them twice, and I've got them again. Got wheat here the third time because I figured you can actually get multiple potatoes and carrots for each one you harvest, but only one wheat. So I figured that would actually balance it out. And yeah, this is 7 blocks long, and back here I've got trapdoors with waterlogged trapdoors that when they're open, they actually let the water out. I'm not gonna do that right now because I've got everything planted and I don't want to lose all this progress. So yeah, there's that. And this is actually 3 levels of it here, and I've also got the door here so the water and everything flows straight through, and we have access to it all the way back here. In hindsight, it would probably be a better idea if we actually put the door over here, so that way I wouldn't have to walk as far. But then, I was going to say, but then, oh shit! That's another. I just found another reason why I shouldn't put the door like that. It's so close to the trapdoor that you might accidentally open that instead of the actual door. So yeah, I'm planning to put the doors over here so that way. And I was also good. Before I was rudely interrupted by the accidental trapdoor opening, I was going to say I could open the trapdoors here, but then I remembered. Oh wait, I'm gonna eventually put in a water system to harvest all the crops, and I'm out of wheat seeds. Oh well, we can. And that didn't give me any wheat seeds whatsoever. That only gave me 1. Okay, finally we got 1, and then we need. Wow, I'm getting really unlucky with the. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say if I don't get an extra wheat seed to place over here, but anyway, that one is taken care of, and then I actually have 3 levels of this thing, so hopefully when everything is fully planted, I still need to let the carrots and I still need to let the potatoes grow because I don't have enough of them to fill in the entire farm yet. But hopefully when everything is in place, this thing should give us enough wheat, carrots, and potatoes that we need. And what else? Oh yeah, and I suppose I should show you the total amount of resources that I got so far out of this. And yeah, we've got a lot of stone here, and these are the grass blocks that I brought down to fill in the sheep pens and stuff. And here I got 64. I got a stack in over 1.5 stacks of the iron ore. There we go. And I am not going to take the ladder. I'm going to take the water elevator. So now I'm go up, and then yeah, here's where another place where the water elevator takes us. And let's see. And I've got some in the materials chest. I've got, yeah. So wow, we've got exactly 3 stacks of iron ore to smelt. That's actually pretty cool. And yeah, and I also got gold ore. And when I was caving once, because yeah, for some reason I decided to go caving. Oh yeah, I was exploring the abandoned mine shafts for more fences and for the whole back of the water and the water elevator. But I eventually switched to and the sheep pen too. But I eventually switched to iron bars for the water elevator. So what was I doing again? I can't remember. Oh yeah, I also happened to find my first emerald ore block. So oh, I got my fortune pick right here. So let's go ahead and harvest it. 1. Wow, that's amazing. And I guess I'm gonna put the iron and the gold here in the system. There we go. And also this is my art. This is my complete nether wart farm. I don't have to build any more than this. So in case you're wondering about the nether wart situation, it's taken care of. Actually, this is only temporary, but I don't think I really need any more than this, to be honest. And you might be wondering about the coal situation, about how much coal that we've been getting. You might have seen that we have some iron coal ore blocks still in here from silk touching. And well, I figured today might be the day that we finally harvested all that coal, from the caving in the abandoned mine shafts, the normal mine shafts, and the digging of the farm project. And look at this, guys. You're going to blow. This is going to blow your minds. Da, 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 da. Look at all this coal ore. I believe it's over 10 stacks of the stuff. Yeah, and I've decided to place the 4x4 of the 10 stacks, and 18. And specifically, I believe it was 10 stacks and with 18 and change. And yeah, this is all. It leads all the way up to here, and that's our big beacon pillar that we made. I think this is actually taller than that. Yeah, I'll have to check for sure, but yeah, this goes up to 106, including these two here. So yeah, I think that might actually be bit taller than that, but I figured a good way to end this episode would be to harvest all this coal that I've got. So here we go. We're mining all this coal. It's gonna be a long way down. Yeah, I don't really know what to say here, other than my plans for the next episode. I promise you, I will be. Or actually, you know what? I just figured something very important to say, and is that if you had noticed anything different, mainly my iron armor why do I said that again? Diamond armor, not iron armor. You might be wondering why that is, and well, I have to confess to you, I fell in that rut again of not really wanting to make a Minecraft video and just playing it in my off time. And yeah, I spent quite a lot of time in my off time. Wow, that's a lot of saying time. And mainly I wasn't really doing anything super important. All I was just fishing and record hunting, with the skeletons and the creepers and stuff. And speaking of that, I plan to show my technique for that off in the next episode. So look forward into that. And we lost coal and the fishing rod, the fishing situation. I think I might also make a fishing shack somewhere. That might be a fun little building project to do. Heaven forbid that I need to do more building projects, because I really need to get some experience with building and not just redstone all the time. And we are still going with this coal ore. This is amazing. Well, it's not really particularly amazing because it's coal. It's everywhere, especially compared to the other ores in the game. And I figured that next episode as well, we'll finally explore outwards to hopefully find a desert and get some cactus, and hopefully I'm also planning to transport the sheep and the cows into the farm system. So that's also something to look forward to. And I guess another thing to mention would be other projects, other games to play aside from Minecraft. And the only reason I've uploaded videos of only Minecraft so far is because I had the PC version, and it was really the only way I could. It was really the only game I could feasibly record without having to shop for a capture card or something like that. Because frankly, I'm more of a console gamer than a PC gamer. I mean, I've especially Nintendo games. I have more experience with Nintendo games, especially, but I've also dabbled into the PlayStation and Xbox. So, and the games I will plan to play next, you might, if you've been on my Twitter or on Reddit, you might notice that I post a lot of Splatoon content. Splatoon 2 highlight videos on Twitter. In fact, my entire backlog of Twitter is my first 100 posts or something on Twitter was actually just Splatoon 2 highlights, because I had a situation where I had so many Splatoon highlights that it would actually exceed 100, and I would have to delete some of the less notable ones. So eventually I got the bright idea. Hey, why don't I make a Twitter account? That's something I should have done years ago. And yeah, I made a Twitter account, and it posted all my Splatoon 2 highlights. My Splatoon 2 highlight videos rather onto my Twitter account, and I'm planning to get a capture card. There we go. And I eventually plan to make some videos on Splatoon 2, though I'm not really playing the game right now, because I might be feeling a little burned out on it after playing it for a while, though. So I might get back to it sometime. And there are also other games that I'll play. Maybe more traditional single player games like Sonic Mania, for example. I've actually really been enjoying that game recently, especially the plus DLC with the Encore mode. I think I might do that. And speaking of the single player games, I think my roadmap for that is that I would do them post commentary rather than live commentary like I'm doing right now. That way I can play through the game easily, and then I can give you my thoughts on the game, and the levels, different levels and such, and the strategies and all. And hopefully I can get to all the games in my collection. Well, not all my games, but more than just Nintendo Switch stuff. And I'm just harvesting the last bit of this coal ore. So yeah, finally we're getting to the bottom of this, literally. Whenever I make puns and jokes on that stuff, I tend to say literally, as if as if you wouldn't be able to figure out the pun. Well, I really want to stop doing that, and hopefully I can actually pick all this stuff up before it starts despawning on me. But yeah, with all this core ore, we're actually up to 21 levels. Yeah, just like that, from what, level 2 or 3? Yeah, so tons of, yeah, look at all the coal in my inventory. Yeah, we got almost two stacks of blocks right there, and when I pick this other stuff up, and yeah, some of it probably fell into the cow pen right here. So yeah, I think I got most everything. Yeah, so this will be over 2 stacks of coal blocks. So yeah, definitely going to be useful for either building utensils or trading. So yeah, so that's now our total coal supply is up to 1, 2, 3, 4, over 4.5 stacks of blocks of coal. Yeah, so yeah, and I've got the coal. They got the iron ore smelting. Oh wow, it finished already. Look at that. I've planning. So yeah, I got the stuff here, and I got 22 additional blocks of iron. Yeah, so that'll definitely last us a while, and I've got this stuff too, and also I've got even more redstone supplies, including a daylight detector. I'll be using this to control the. I'll be using this to control the sugarcane farm. And now that I think about it, I think I was actually going to use this to make the kelp farm. Actually, I was originally planning to use the cactus to control the kelp farm. There we go. But then I decided I would make a daylight detector controlled instead, because that's how I was going to do the sugarcane farm, and it would be easier to have two birds knocked down with one stone. But then I forgot that, and then now I just remembered it. So yeah, that was complicated. And yeah, I got this extra stuff on me, so I think that's actually going to wrap things up for this episode. So if you enjoyed it, then you know, when most people say if you enjoyed it, then they say leave a like, comment, and subscribe, but I don't really want to do that. And by the way, I updated my skin a little, so I removed the bandana across my face because I felt that was a bit tacky. And yeah, I reduced I removed all the noise, so everything is a single color as opposed to a mix. So yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, then I hope you're looking forward to the next one. See you later.